Hey friends, welcome back to the Hooligan Knitter podcast. I am your host and resident hooligan, Sierra, and I am coming to you from my living room in the Twin Cities to talk about my knitting. There are cats, as usual, as always. They will probably cause problems. It is what it is, it's their house too. So, and now there's an ambulance going by. Great. It's been about 3 weeks since my last episode, which is a week longer than I would have liked it to be. However, I came down with the worst head cold of my life, and my voice was like gone for a while, and now it's back, but still a little bizarre. So, I'm sorry. It is what it is. But I did want to jump on and record because it has been 3 weeks. I got stuff to talk about. So you're just going to have to suffer through my sick voice. Grab yourself something to drink. I have apple juice. It's about 2:30 here in Minnesota, January, which means the light is rapidly failing. So I have 2 lamps. I kind of rearranged my living room a little bit. I'm sitting in front of my big window. So hopefully it'll be okay. Mac, you gonna say hi? No, you're just gonna play with my FOs? Great. Alright. I have 4 finished objects to share with you. I finished 5, but one I gifted. I finished my in-laws' enormous garter blanket. I used 11 skeins of Lion Brand Thick and Quick, and did stripes, where I used 2 skeins of Kale Salad, which is a really deep green tweedy color. And then after 2 skeins of that, I threw in 1 skein of, oh my god, leave that alone, you little freak. So after the 2 skeins of the green, I threw in a skein of Hudson Bay, which is a variegated yarn with a cream base, and multicolor kind of spun in. So alternated those. It was huge. I mean, not huge. It ended up being 4.5 by 5 feet. So a good lap size blanket. My dear mother-in-law is obsessed with it, which makes me very happy because it was truly a labor of love. So there's that I finished. Mac, my guy, are you gonna cause problems this whole episode? Second finished object is this hat, which I will not be taking off because I have horrendous hat hair. I've been wearing this all day. But this is the Seafarer hat by Alexandra Tavel, 2 of Wands. I knit this in Mode Knit Yarns ModeWerk Bulky in the color The Factory. And this is a bulky weight, I think it's 100% superwash. 100% superwash merino in this really pretty, variegated speckled pink and purple. She's very cute. I love her. She's very easy to just throw on and wear, and you can never have too many beanies, so love her. Third finished object that I would like to talk about is my bralette. Yes, she's done. I truly cannot claim responsibility for getting this done because my very generous, talented, kind friend Toby knit the vast majority of these straps. We were at a little party, a little get together, and Toby went, "Oh, is that I-cord?" And I said, "Yeah." And they said, "Give it here." And they knit my straps for me. So if it weren't for them, this probably still wouldn't be done. So thank you so much, Toby. You're a real one. I owe you. What did I knit this out of? This is Loops and Thread. Oh, wow. Try that again. Loops and Threads Luxe Merino in the color Navy. And the pattern is My Little Secret Crop by Jessie May. And I just made it super cropped to make it a bralette. It looks super tiny, but you know, it stretches, it fits. Not that exciting, but it's done. So that is exciting. And then these are still kind of damp because I washed them. Made some socks. My husband and I were out of town for Christmas, and obviously I needed socks to knit on. It's like a shadow down here. I'll hold it way up here. Oh man, this lighting is not doing us any favors today, folks. I'm sorry. These are the DRK Everyday Socks by Andrea Mowry. This yarn was gifted to me by Lucy of Lucy Makes. She's told me multiple times what this yarn is. And every time she tells me, I go, need to remember that. Never do. I know it was a limited edition colorway from a yarn subscription, and it is a non-superwash sock. Other than that, I'm so sorry, Lucy. This is my first time doing a Fleagle heel. These are knit toe up, which is my preferred sock method. I like the Fleagle heel. I think I want to try it on a plain stockinette sock. Maybe experiment a little bit. But yeah, for anyone who hasn't done a Fleagle heel before, it's pretty cool. You just do your gusset increases, and then once you have a whole bunch of stitches, you do essentially just a giant heel turn across those stitches, and then you're done. That's pretty cool. Yeah, they fit really well. I love this yarn. I wish I could remember what it was, but honestly, I think it's just the non-superwash that I really like. But yeah, these are done. I will probably knit this pattern again. I do like the Fleagle heel, and they're just a good... Hi, you have something to add? I love you. Why are you all wet? You have something to say to your adoring fans. Please leave those alone. I know, they smell so good. Alright, let's talk about what Mac is obsessing over. I had, a few months ago, decided to frog this whip. And then I picked it up a couple weeks ago to like actually frog it. And I looked at it and I was like, man, it'd be really nice to actually have this. And so I switched some methods around, reassessed, and now I have a pair of Julvanten 2022 mittens by Maja Karlsson. Mac, you are making this very difficult, my son. I love you so much. Mitten. They are very beautiful. All over colorwork. Mittens. They are very wet still. I'm blocking them, but I had to take them off the towel to show. Mac, I'm begging you to just settle down somewhere. It is what it is. This is his house. No, leave the wool alone, my guy. I love you. You're causing problems. Mitten, Julvanten 2022, Maja Karlsson. And I was originally magic looping these mittens, because I didn't have the correct size small circular available. And I am by no means like an expert colorwork knitter. I haven't done a whole lot of it. I've done a little bit. I've done, colorwork socks, hats, mittens, but my colorwork magic looping is not enjoyable at all. So that really was like almost killed this project. But when I picked them up again to frog them, I at that point did have a small circular in the correct size, and so I decided to just finish them. You are so annoying today. I know. And so I did. I finished them. I love them. I cannot wait to wear them. The weather in Minnesota is supposed to get very cold in the next couple of weeks. So I'm very excited to have these off the needles, ready to wear. And I knit these out of, let's see if I have a ball band here. Harrisville Designs Highland. I don't have the color name, but it's a woolen spun worsted weight yarn in this beautiful purple and then a lighter purple. And I wish the light would cooperate because they're really pretty. I will post a picture of these on my Instagram as soon as they are dry. But they're so pretty, and I'm incredibly proud of them. But is that all my FOs? Yeah. Can you tell I haven't done this in a while? Let's talk about whips. Whips. I'm gonna start with the least exciting first. I am working on just a vanilla sock out of some Drops Fabel in the color Salt and Pepper. I think that's what it was. This yarn was gifted to me by Johanna of Femme Knitted. Thank you again. They keep trying to convince themselves that they're a sock knitter, and so they end up with a bunch of sock yarn. And then sometimes that sock yarn ends up in my house, which is great. But yeah, I'm just doing toe up. I'll probably do a Fish Lips Kiss heel. These will be for my husband. But it's a nice colorway. I'm liking how it's knitting up, if you could, see it. A little stitch marker on there. It's a little snowflake. I made that. No biggie. But yeah, I finished the toe. I'm just knitting around and around and around until it's time for the heel. I have 2 balls of this yarn, so I'll probably just use the full 50 grams on this sock because Hunter has big old feet. But yeah, nothing too exciting, just a vanilla sock, but I do really enjoy knitting vanilla socks, so it's been nice just to kind of have that. Oh my god, everything is all tangled. I don't love filming on the couch, but Hunter is taking a nap upstairs because he also is sick. I'm gonna put that on the floor for now. Okay, next whip. Yarn was also sent to me by Johanna. They're my sugar daddy, I guess. Thanks, Johanna. Story time. I think I've told this before, but Johanna ordered a ton of Juniper Moon Farm Neve, which is a worsted weight cotton, and they were gonna make a sweater, and then they realized that sweater was gonna be about 1,000,000 pounds. So they knit a Soho top by Caidree out of it, and then sent the rest of the yarn to me. And I said, haha, it'd be so funny if I also made a Soho top out of this yarn. So that's what I'm doing. I'm making Soho top by Caidree in the same yarn that Johanna used, Juniper Moon Farm Neve, in the color Valentine. What do you think? Do you like it? Thank you. You're very sweet. It is this, bubblegum pink cotton. I have done the front and back panels. It is clearly knit top down. So the front panels are knit flat, and then you join them in the round. So I've done that. I'm in the round. I've done about 2 inches. It has this really cute faux seam. Oh my god, get out of the way! Really cute faux seam that runs down both sides. And I'm at the point now where I am just working garter in the round. So it's knit a row, purl a row, knit a row, purl a row. Which isn't really that bad, but not super exciting at the moment. The stitch marker on here is from Anna, Skeiny Legend. He's just a little guy. And oh my god, I'm gonna lose stitches, and it's cotton, so it's gonna just fall forever. The other one is a little rainbow that I also made. Cute, fun, simple. Yeah, I'm just going around and around, and then it has an I-cord hem, and then once that's done, you go back and you pick up stitches all around the neckline and the arm openings, and you do an applied I-cord bind off. So yeah, that'll be very fun. Is it seasonally appropriate? Absolutely not. But I thought it would be so fun to have matching tops. And then, oh, this is also an entry into the Invest in Yourself Cal that Lauren from Work Knits is hosting. The premise behind that is, after the insanity of gift knitting, if you participate in that, to just go back to knitting something for yourself and taking time for yourself. And I felt that this was really good because not only was it something that I've really wanted to make, it's also sort of like investing in my friendships, my relationships with other people, which is disgustingly cheesy. I'm so sorry. But I don't know, it felt right, you know? What do you think? My orange son? He agrees. So there's that. I really don't think it'll take me that long to finish. It's just, it's worsted weight, it's a tank top. I just have to knit on it. And I would be further on this. But then I casted something else on that I'm way more excited about, in all honesty. I decided 2024 is going to be the year that I knit my first colorwork sweater. Like I said, not a colorwork expert. I've done a couple of things, but I wanted to take the plunge and do the damn thing. And so I went to the Yarnery in St. Paul, which is one of my favorite local yarn stores. Shout out to the shipping wizard Toby, who's the same one who knit all of my I-cord for me. They really do everything. Wow. So I went there, and I had a general idea of what I was looking for. I was pretty sure I had my main color picked out, and I thought I had settled on a contrast color that I'd seen online. Wasn't totally sold. So Toby helped me pick out a contrast color. And I cast on last night, and I'm having a great time. What am I doing? I'm doing the Vargö sweater by Sari Nordlund, which is this gorgeous colorwork yoke sweater. The colorwork is only on the yoke, and it's very intricate. I don't want to call it like busy color work because that sounds negative, but it's very intricate, small motifs, which is the kind of color work that I prefer. And the yarn that I am using, the main color is, again, Harrisville Designs Highland yarn, and this is the color Russet. And I wish the light was better because this yarn is gorgeous. It's so good. You know what? I'm gonna just, yeah. Don't look at my messy house. Don't look at my messy house. Just look at the yarn. It's so pretty. So there's that. That is my main color. And this is the color Russet. And that was a color I knew I was going to use for the main color. And then I had seen a couple of other colors online that I was considering using for my contrast color. And then I got into the store and I was like, not feeling it, not loving it. And then Toby said, what about that? And what they pointed to was Brooklyn Tweed Shelter in the color Fossil. And this is also woolen spun, 2-ply worsted weight. They are slightly, like, this feels a little bit plumper, a little loftier. But I think they're working up really nicely together. Sorry, hope I'm not giving you motion sickness, but this is a really pretty, like, creamy beige color. It's got little flecks of brown in there. Yeah. And so I thought the two of these, wow, I'm turning into a vlogger now. What is this? I thought these are perfect. I'm just gonna shut up now and show you the sweater. I finished the collar, sewed it down. That's a lie. I knitted it down, and I've done like 5 rounds of the color work. So not a whole lot to show. Wow, this light is really doing me dirty, huh? But I've got one of the motifs done. Looks really good on camera, actually. If I show it up close, you can see the details, but not in the correct color. But yeah, there's that. Yeah, not a whole lot to say about this so far. So far I've been knitting it to pattern, other than the collar, which I knit down instead of sewing down, which is what the pattern calls for. I will never sew down a neckline. Just, that's it. I won't sew down a neckline. I will always knit it down. Even if it's a neckline where I have to go back later and pick up the stitches to knit the collar, I'll do that. I'll go back and pick up the stitches and knit the collar, and then do basically a 3-needle bind off where I fold it over and knit it together with the stitches, the cast on stitches. I will not sew it down. You can't make me. I won't do it. I don't want to. But yes. Anyway. This I am so excited about. I think my color work looks pretty good so far. I've been very intentional about keeping my floats really loose. And so far it looks pretty good. I'm gonna jinx myself. It's gonna turn out terrible. But I am very excited to make some progress on this. honestly, after I upload this is what I'm doing for the rest of the day. Yeah, very excited. And I think it's gonna look really good. Okay. All right, those are my whips, half of them. We're not going to talk about the other half. Let's talk about some acquisitions. Obviously, this was an acquisition. I bought a sweater's quantity. Everything else is sock yarn that was gifted to me. I have 2 skeins of white drops Fabel. Is it color 100? I'm pretty sure it's just called white, because that's what it is. It's white. I have 2 skeins of this. I did order 2 skeins of like a cornflower blue. I think it's actually called cornflower. And I'm going to be doing a pair of colorwork socks for my husband. So just waiting for that to come in, and then I can start those socks for him. I will talk more about those socks when I start them. This was a Christmas present from my dad and stepmom. More Drops Fable. I actually really like Drops Fable. It's cheap. It's good for color work. The quality seems decent. But I got these 2 colors, which is, this is not white. It's more of like a beige color. Can you stop being an asshole for 5 minutes? Everyone say hi to Peanut. Hi, sweetie. Is your brother being mean to you? Yeah. This is not white. It's more like a beige color. I don't know that you can see the difference. I guess a little. What if I... Yeah. There we go. All right. Yes, so I'm going to use these 2 together. Well, the skein is already coming undone. This is color 300. It's a nice brown color. This is color macaroni. Do not do it. I'm so sorry. Matt! Oh my god! What is your deal, my guy? Knock it off! Anyway, that was bizarre. They do not usually fight like that. They'll get in like a little tiff once in a while, but that was like a little dramatic. Anyway, color 300. This is such a mess. I don't know where that other skein even went. Oh my god. Here it is. Color 121. Using these together, I'm gonna knit the Caribou socks by the Petite knitter, which is an all-over pair of colorwork socks. They have little caribou on them. They're very cute. They have been on my to knit list for like 3 years. I think they're adorable, and I'm gonna make them. And then, if I'm feeling real fancy, I might take the motif and put it on a hat, because I think that'd be cute. Yeah. And then I was also gifted yarn for one more pair of socks. It's more Drops Fable. I have a problem. It's this beautiful line lime green and bright orange. Oh my god, they are still going at it upstairs. What the fuck? These are going to be the Squiggle socks by Skeiny legend Anna. Again, another pair of all over collarwork socks. They're giving like 90s bowling alley carpet vibes. She hasn't released the pattern yet, so please go bully her about releasing that pattern because I really want to make him. And I think these would be so fun together. That's all I got. Those are my things. That's my yarn. That's what I'm working on. I have to go make sure my cats have not killed each other. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go. Peace out, besties.